Most of social media in 2026 is a waste of time if you're trying to actually make money. You can grow on TikTok for a year and still be broke. You can hit 100,000 followers on Instagram and never close a client. You can go viral on X and watch your bank account stay exactly the same. There is one platform right now where the audience actually pays, where a single post can turn into a $40,000 client, where the competition is asleep and the buyers are wide awake. It's not the one everyone tells you to be on, and the window to walk through it closes faster than you think. So let's get into it. Here's what I see across hundreds of people trying to build their personal brand. They grow audiences on the wrong platforms. For years, they get the likes, they get the views, they get the comments. What they don't get is paid. Because followers don't pay your bills. The right followers do. And the right followers, the ones with budgets, with decision-making power, with problems they need solved this quarter, are not where most of social media tells you they are. So the question isn't, which platform should I grow on? The question is, which platform actually turns content into clients in 2026? And I'm going to walk you through that the same way we do it for our clients at Distinctiva. So stick around. At the end, I'll show you the exact numbers on how fast the right platform converts compared to all the others. So let's start with TikTok, because half the marketing world is still screaming you have to be there. A few years ago, they were right. Supply and demand was wide open. Massive audience, almost no creators. I completely get the appeal. What we're seeing in 2026 is different. The audience is there, the buying intent isn't. People on TikTok aren't in a buying state. They're entertained. They're scrolling at 11 p.m. in bed. They're not opening their laptop the next morning to wire you $40,000. If your offer is under 100, maybe TikTok works. If you're selling anything that requires trust, a sales call, or a budget, you're talking to the wrong room. There's a second problem. TikTok rewards entertainment, not expertise. You can literally post the smartest thing you've ever made and lose to a dance trend. That's not a platform problem. It's a misalignment problem. The algorithm wasn't built for what you are trying to do. The more you optimize for the algorithm on TikTok, the less you look like an authority. The more you protect your authority, the worse you perform. And you can't win both. So pick the platform where authority is the actual format. Instagram used to be the personal brand platform. 2-3 years ago, 5. If you weren't there, you didn't exist. The platform is tough to get to a point where you can make real money on it. Organic reach on Instagram now sits at 2 to 5% of your followers. You can have 50,000 followers and post to 1,000 people. That's not social media. That's a mailing list with the worst open rates. The only format that still grows right now is Reels. And Reels is TikTok with a higher production bar. You're playing a more competitive game with worse buying intent. And here's the part nobody talks about. The people who do convert on Instagram almost always do it through DMs, not the actual feed, which means you are not really running a content strategy. You are running a manual outreach strategy with extra steps. And then of course, there's the aesthetic tax. Instagram's audience expect polish, photographers, editors, planning, design. If you are running a company, most of the times you don't have time to make every post a magazine spread. You'll burn out before you build anything. If you're not paying for ads, you're not really on Instagram or playing at attention games with people making cars explode and trains crash against brick walls. Oh, and the AI crazy animated videos. Okay, so 2 platforms down. The next one might actually be the most painful one to give up because we kept trying to make it work for years. X, or Twitter, or whatever it's called this week. For a long time, X was on our recommended list. The threading culture, the way ideas spread, the way founders built audiences in public, it worked. It works, but what X rewards now is outrage, hot takes, dunking, arguing in quote tweets. You can grow a following doing that. We've seen people hit 50,000 followers on X who can't sell a penny on it. Followers on X don't convert because the audience didn't come to buy. They came to argue. They came to be entertained by a fight. When you try to sell into that energy, it can feel wrong. If you're a journalist, a political commentator, tech founder building in public to other tech founders, X can still make sense. But X is a vanity metric factory. Your follower count goes up, and most of the times your bank account doesn't notice. Now, this one feels weird because you are watching me on YouTube right now. But let's be honest, YouTube is hard. The production lift is high. You'll question your script, your thumbnails, your lighting, your microphone, your face on the camera, the editing cost, the time spent on it to get it right. And if it's where you're going to start from, it might overwhelm you before you even see results. I love YouTube, but YouTube wasn't where I started. If I had chosen it as my primary channel, I don't think I would have the numbers I have now. What we tell our clients is this: YouTube is a warehouse. It's where you scale once you've validated demand. It is not where you find demand from zero. If you are starting from scratch with no audience, no validated message, no buyers yet, YouTube is the slowest path to a paying client. It's the right move eventually. It's probably the wrong move first, because you don't open a warehouse to find out if people want your product or service. You sell out of your kitchen first. Okay, Diandra, if it's not TikTok, it's not Instagram, it's not X, and not YouTube first, that leaves the one most professionals dismiss, which is exactly what makes it the opportunity. It's actually LinkedIn. And I know, same reaction I had 3 years ago. I know exactly which LinkedIn you are picturing in your head, but honestly, it's the most underpriced attention market on the internet right now. That's the term I want you to remember: attention arbitrage. Every platform has a supply and demand curve. Instagram has massive supply, millions of creators flooding the feed every day, and demand that's already kind of maxed out. TikTok is the same, X is the same. The price of getting in front of a buyer on those platforms is brutal because everyone is competing for the same eyeballs. LinkedIn is inverted. 1.3 billion users, only 3% post. Massive demand for content, almost no supply, which means the price of attention is artificially low. You can reach 10,000 of the exact right people with a single post. Try doing that anywhere else without burning thousands on ads. That's the whole game. Here are 5 concrete reasons this works right now. 1, the competition is asleep. 97% of LinkedIn users never post. Show up 3 times a week and you're automatically in the top 3% of the entire platform. On TikTok, you'd need to be in the top 0.01% to break through. 2, organic reach actually works. LinkedIn needs more creators, so it's actively pushing the ones who show up consistently. 3, the audience has budgets. Executives, founders, decision makers, consultants. When someone on LinkedIn sees your offer and thinks, I need this, they can act on it that same day. They're not asking permission. They're not waiting for payday. They have a corporate card, a budget, and a problem. 4, trust compounds. LinkedIn isn't a viral platform. It's a trust platform. Someone sees you in their feed once, then again next week, then again a month later, then they DM you. Slower than going viral, but every relationship worth more. 5, your competition is bad. The average LinkedIn post is buzzwords, corporate speak, AI slop. If you write like a human and have actual opinions, you stand out instantly. You don't have to be a great writer. You have to be a real one. Let me get specific because I promised you data. We've tracked time to first paying client across our clients on every major platform. And here's what we see consistently. LinkedIn, it takes 90 days or less to see results. Not because LinkedIn is magic, because the audience is already in the room asking the question your offer answers. They have the problem, the budget, and the authority to decide. A client of ours, software engineer turned 2 times 7-figure SaaS founder, got interviewed by indie hackers, his teenage inspiration, sponsorships from a $15 billion company, over 1 million impressions in 28 days. Not from ads, from posts. A head of growth of a $1.9 billion company we worked with went from 0 to 10,000 followers in 3 months and all the way up to 35,000 in less than a year, and got promoted to director on the back of his visibility. An SEO agency we built a system for went from 1.2 million to 3.6 million ARR. The founders now have 80,000 plus followers each. Same offer, different distribution. And myself, I built Distinctiva from one platform, fired from an agency at 22, living in Medellin, Colombia, with no network, no savings, and no plan. By 25, I'd built a 6-figure agency working with billion-dollar brands. No big following on launch. not someone particularly special or different to you watching this. Just LinkedIn for almost 2 years before this YouTube channel even existed. This is what the platform looks like when you stop spreading yourself thin. Okay, if you are convinced somehow, here's the 5-step play. This is what we'd do if we were starting from zero on LinkedIn tomorrow. Step 1. Fix your profile before you post anything. Your headline is not your job title. It's your value proposition. Your about section has to touch your buyer's pain points, and your banner and feature sections have to help you get them into your world. A newsletter, a website, booking a call. Spend a full day on your profile before you write a single post. Step 2. Pick 3 to 4 content pillars, not 15, 3 or 4 you can talk about endlessly, that your buyers actually cares about. For me, it's LinkedIn strategy, content systems, content flywheels that expand to YouTube and newsletters, and subject matter expert or founder-led positioning. If you try to be everything, you become nothing. Step 3, post 3 to 4 times a week for 90 days. That's the floor, not when inspiration hits. 3 to 4 times every week for 3 months. Most people quit at week 2 when they get 12 likes and feel discouraged. You need reps to understand the algorithm and your audience needs reps to recognize you. Step 4, engage more than you post. Spend 20 to 30 minutes a day commenting on posts from people in your space. Real comments, real thoughts, not great post. This is what we call the comment flywheel. When you leave a good comment on a post with 50,000 impressions, you borrow that creator's audience. It compounds faster than your own post will at the start. Step 5, build relationships, not follower counts. Send 5 to 10 DMs a week to people you've engaged with. Not pitches, not let's hop on a call straight away, just genuine connection. The clients who pay you the most will be the ones who watched you for 6 months before they ever reached out. It will be referred from someone you had a coffee chat because you commented on their post on LinkedIn. That's the play, but here's the part nobody's saying out loud, and it's why you need to start now and not in 6 months. The window is closing. LinkedIn in 2026 looks the way TikTok looked in 2019 and Instagram looked in 2014. Massive opportunity, low competition, easy organic reach. We've seen this movie before. We know what happens next. A year from now, the average LinkedIn post will be twice as good as it is today. The professionals sitting on the sidelines right now are about to start posting. The bar will move, the window will tighten, same effort, completely different results. So, you can be early or you can be late and complain about how saturated it got. So here's what I'd do. I disregarded everything except LinkedIn for 2 years. That's how I built Distinctiva. No ads, no multi-platform grind, one room, all the way in. Pick one platform. I'm telling you it should be LinkedIn. Even if you disagree, pick one and go all in for 90 days. Delete the apps for the others if you need to. Stop being everywhere. Start being somewhere with intention and somewhere that can make you good money. If content has been on your mind, but you keep pushing it down the list, here's where we go next. We run Distinctiva for the people who want it handled. We build the entire content engine for founders and operators who already know LinkedIn, YouTube, and newsletters are where their buyers live. They just don't have the time to do it themselves. Strategy, writing, design, posting, engagement, our team runs it. You stay focused on the business. Book a call in the description if that's where you are at. And if you want to build it yourself, that's why I started the LinkedIn Engine. It's a community for founders, operators, consultants, business owners who want to learn the system and not outsource it. Live weekly calls, profile audits, content frameworks, the actual playbooks we use with clients. The link to join is below. Either way, the worst move is doing nothing for another 6 months while your competitors keep posting. See you in the next one.